guys, welcome back to my channel. It's me, Asia, otherwise known as Me or Mimi. And today I'm coming to you guys with a small little eyebrow tutorial on the method that I take to do my brows. So what I'm going to do is, it's kind of like a 5-day challenge. Like I'm going to put myself on a 5-day eyebrow challenge so you guys can see my process over the next 5 days. So today is day 1, and I'm just gonna see how much better that I can get over the next 5 days. I just started using this new product. I used to use the pencil, and about a week ago I switched over to the pomade, I don't know, I call it brow dip, but I switched over to the dip. So ever since I switched over to the dip, I been in love with the dip. So I decided that I'm going to stick to the dip. I only use the pencil now if I need it, as far as just getting little up here or trying to fill in a little bit that the dip would make it too dark to fill. So yeah, let's get started. To blend the concealer, have our spoolie and our brow dip brush. I use 2 different concealers. I use Toast and I use Toffee. I mix them together so that I can get my exact color. I have my Me Shea Butter moisturizer to moisturize my skin. And I put it on to make sure my full face is moisturized, so my face won't look too dry. It actually works pretty good. So I moisturize my whole face. Make sure it's good and moisturized. You guys can purchase this product. I'll leave my Instagram and things like that at the end of the video, so you guys can purchase product if you're interested. It works really good. That's my Me Shea Butter. It's organic too. So I take my brow dip and I take my brow brush. I take the spoolie and I make sure I brush my brows so that all the hairs can lay the same way. They won't be all out of control. I take the brush and I dip it. I dip it into the dip. I kind of wipe it off a little just so I won't have too much product on it. And I slightly outline the brows first. I do it real light so that it won't be too dark, because with the dip could go a little darker than the pencil. And I just finish outlining. Make sure it's the shape of my brow. Just add a little extra. I wipe it off. I wipe off any extra or excess dip. And then I begin to fill the actual brow with the dip. I try not to use so much towards the beginning of the brow so that it won't be too dark and I can get that faded look. So I take the spoolie and I move the product around, because with the spoolie it helps move the product to where you don't have to use so much, and it helps you get that little faded look towards the beginning where you don't have, it won't be too dark. You get the little light fade. So I continue to just fill it and move my product around. I outline the next one. With outlining, you have to be kind of light, because I'm telling you, if you don't, just make sure you follow the trail of your actual brow. You don't have to outline on the brow, but just outline slightly a bit above the brow to where you can't tell. Also do the same thing under where you can't tell that it's not actually touching the brow. Like this eyebrow is probably going to come out a little thicker than the other one. But you'll see how I fix it with the concealer. I am filling the brow with the dip. This is after I've outlined it. I'm taking my spoolie and I'm moving that product around. You see how you guys get to see how much excess dip be in the brow. And you can just, like, I love the spoolie. It give you that real faded look. I know they look a little different right now, but it's going to come together on the end. Of course, I know you guys heard eyebrows are sisters, not twins. So, of course, I'm going to get them as close as possible to twins as I can. But they're probably not going to look exactly the same. But they're going to be lit towards the end. I take my concealers, I mix them together. Not everyone has to mix their concealers, but I mix mine simply because one is too light and one is too dark. And I really don't think it's an in-between to these two. So I just mix them together. And once I mix them together, it goes perfect with my, like the blend goes perfect with my skin tone. I'm mixing it with the end of my brush. I take my concealer brush. I dip it into my concealer. And I outline the top. If you guys see, I started towards the center. So that when I go to blend it, it'll give it that nice, like... Because the spoolie gives it the nice faded look as far as the product. But the concealer gives it that finishing touch once you blend it all in. Everything is going to come together. You do the same for the bottom. Bring the concealer closer to the center. And as you outline the bottom, you're kind of going to give it that arch. Like shape it a little bit with the brush to give it that arch. I take my flat brush and give it that, make it more perfect, more straight. To line it up even straighter. So my brow won't be crooked. That's so pretty. I take a little bit more of the dip just to give it that dark and lovely look. Not everyone have to dip back into the dip for another time, but I always do it just to give it that look that I want. Like, by any means, use it to your liking or your standards, but I give it that extra dip. It's actually turning out really nice. I take my concealer brush and I just make sure everything is just lined up and straight, because that highlight is what makes the brow. Like, that concealer is what gives it that look. Went down a little too far, but I'm gonna fix it. Okay, eyebrow. I always have a difficult time with this other side, like forming my hand, the position of my hand. But I do the same thing. I bring the concealer, I connect the concealer, I bring it to the center and connect it with the other side's concealer, because you guys are gonna see once I blend it how it gives it that look. Just work with me. It's coming together, y'all. This hair is really nice. I really like how my hair came out. But yeah, finish lining it with the brush. You guys see I take my time and do it because I don't want to mess it up to where I have to start over. Because that would really tick me off if I had to start all the way over. I dip my brush. Had to add a little more concealer because I didn't put that much the first time. Now I align the bottom with the concealer. I do the same thing. I connect the concealer at the bottom. Once again, so once I blend it, I can have that look I'm going for. That faded look I'm going for. Try to get that arch in there. And when you're doing it, try not to get the concealer so much in the brow, because then it messes. Like, it's hard to just, like, get it out once you get it in there. Okay. Taking my flat brush and lining it up a little better. That flat brush actually works miracle. It lines it up perfect. That left eyebrow is everything right now. I'm getting the right one there. Just give me a second. Once again, guys, eyebrows are sisters, not twins. But we're gonna make it look alike as much as possible. Hopefully by day 5, they are twins, okay? I take my spoolie and I move the product around to give it that nice faded look. I'm going to take my blend brush and begin to blend the concealer out and around my brows. Sorry. Blend, blend, blend. I'm sorry, that's always hard trying to get the right position for my hands. But it always works out. It always works out. Just blend it in. And now you guys are going to see me continue to probably keep going back in for my flat brush and my spoolie. Simply because now I'm just trying to get it to my liking. I want to get the best look that I can. Okay, girl. Look at you. This brow is everything. And you guys can go back in with the brush and the concealer, the flat concealer brush, as much as you like. Get it to your liking, how you like it. And shoot, don't stop until you do. But until I'm satisfied, I'm probably going to keep just going in and fixing it until I'm fully satisfied. But they're actually coming out very nice. Keep going there with my blend brush. While I'm blending it, I just wanted to remind you guys, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share this video. Leave me a comment and tell me how you liked it and what could I do better for day 2. Just gonna keep blending it. Like when it comes to these brows, I'm just gonna keep brushing and brushing and brushing. But yes, y'all see how that's coming together? Go ahead, girl. And these are my brows for day 1 of the 5-day challenge. Don't forget to let me know how you guys like it. Me and this brush. Yes, brows. Okay. There are my brows. Day 1. I'm going to take my makeup wipe and just clean up the area around where I stretched the concealer a little too far. To where it look like you can tell that it's 2 different shades. Once again, don't forget to like, subscribe, and share. Subscribe, okay? There you go. Okay.